The first case that I'm going to talk about is an incident that actually occurred during the early morning hours yesterday. And it happened in the area of 6th Street and West Avenue. This is going to be an aggravated assault case. What happened in this case was that there was an individual that was driving down 6th Street headed towards West Avenue. And I am not certain of what preceded the incident, but while the individual had come up to a red light at that intersection, a black SUV had pulled up alongside of him so that it would have been on to the victim's left side. There were some, I should say the suspect had yelled something to the victim. He was obviously very angry about something, and the driver of that vehicle had shot across the passenger seat of his vehicle, striking the driver's door of the victim. After that round struck the driver's door, it went through and struck the individual. However, that individual had a cell phone in his coat pocket. The round had struck the cell phone, causing damage to the cell phone to the point where the battery had started on fire, had ignited inside of his pocket, which started his coat on fire. He was able to put that out. The victim only suffered minor bruising as a result of this incident. We don't have, I'll say, a whole lot of information on this case at this point. There is security footage in the area that detectives are currently going through right now. Actually, as I speak this morning, they're going through this to try to develop a suspect, in this case, a strong suspect. It does not appear that the two were known to each other. Again, I don't know what preceded this incident. That's another thing that we're investigating. But we are asking the public, if you have any information at all on what happened in this incident, to please give us a call, or you can respond anonymously through Crime Stoppers, and may possibly be able to get a reward out of any information that you're able to provide.
So in this case, they were stopped at like a red light?
That's correct.
And the suspect was in the left lane?
The suspect would have been in the lane to turn southbound on West Avenue.
And pulled out a firearm across the passenger seat, shot at the victim's car, hit the door?
Hit the driver's side door of the victim.
Managed to go in and stop that at cell phone?
Correct.
Was it just one shot that
That's correct. Just one shot.
Any shell casings recovered?
No.
Do we know what type of weapon was used?
We don't. Nope.
When did this happen?
This would have been during the early morning hours yesterday. It was between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning, yesterday morning. Because it was still developing, I don't know that it made it on yesterday's log, which is why I'm speaking about it today. Yep. We do have a description of the suspect. The only thing that we have is a black male, approximately 25 years of age. There was a passenger in the vehicle, a white female, about the same age, around 25 years of age, and they were driving, or they were in a black SUV vehicle. Like I said, we're continuing to investigate that this morning. Yes, minor bruising.
You didn't have to go to the hospital?
No. All right. Next, I'm going to discuss a case which was probably going to include a public service announcement in that regard. This is going to be a fraud case. And what happened in this situation was there was a gal that had attempted to purchase a puppy online. While she was doing so, she was communicating with someone who was really unknown to her, but she thought that this was going to be a legitimate purpose or a purchase. And while going through the process of purchasing this puppy, there were various times that she had to send money through the internet for the cost of the puppy, and then there was discussions on insurance and shipping and just things of that nature. To where money was continued to be presented over the internet to pay for this puppy before she realized that she was being scammed. And there was actually no purchase that was going to be taking place. This individual obviously just led her along to continue to get money. She had ended up sending right around $5,000 to this individual before, I would say before realizing what happened and notifying us so that we could help her out with that. The purchases were made online through various means, such as PayPal, for example. I believe there's something called Cash App that was used. I'm not very familiar with that. But through different applications was how the purchases were made online. And this, of course, as we enter this Christmas season, there's going to be a lot of online purchases, and we recognize that. And hopefully we're able to use this as an example of being very careful on making purchases online. If you're not making purchases from known businesses, companies, and, Amazon, whatever businesses there are that you're familiar with. Anytime you're going outside of those boundaries, be cautious on what you're doing. Do some homework. Think twice before sending money through applications that where you don't know if there's any guarantee of getting anything back or being able to recover your money if a purchase doesn't go through. It's just important to keep that in mind anytime you're making an online purchase.
What was the time period over which she was sending the money? Like, when did it start? When did it end?
That's going to be information I'm not going to have for you. I apologize again because my laptop is down. I don't know. I don't know how long that it had gone through.
Are you able to give the age of the victim at all?
I don't. It's going to be pure speculation, but I believe it was someone in their 30s, but again, I'm not sure on that, so I'm hesitant to say.
Around 5,000 is what she had roughly.
Yes, it was just over $5,000.
Do you guys see like a lot of those kind of puppy scams, or is it kind of just?
I'm not familiar. I don't work in our fraud area. I'm not familiar with a lot of puppy scams, if you will, in regards to that. Obviously, they get their fair share of fraudulent type of cases in regards to online purchases or people finding fraudulent purchases on their credit cards and things of that nature. I am not familiar with a lot of things in regards to dogs. I just don't recall overhearing any conversations in regards to that. So I think that the puppy thing is probably a little more unusual.
Do we know how they were in contact in the first place? Was it like a website that she had gone to, or was it someone through like social media?
It was actually it was initiated over a type of like a forum or a website where people communicate or share dog stories or things of that nature. It was some type of forum. I don't remember what the platform was, if it was like a Facebook Marketplace or something like that. I'm not sure what the platform was. But that's how the conversation was initiated for the sale of the puppy. And someone had actually approached her online, if you will, saying that they do have puppies for sale if she was interested in purchasing one, and that's how the conversation began.